I mean, Fron does look the way they look right now because all the skin grafts.
The oh man, I wish I was just doing the just a screen capture because I had the Steam achievement and I didn't capture that. I don't think.
Mhm.
Oh, sadness.
I think it's on mine though. But yeah, just
Yay!
imagine Fron looks the way they look because they're like that one guy from uh, Repo the Genetic Opera who just has like faces that he puts on.
Oh yeah.
He like cuts people's faces off and puts them on.
People.
The sun's already about to set by the time Fron got bored of the cafeteria and dragged me back outside. As if the ruthless teasing right after French class wasn't enough. Fron continues pressing at my comfort level with conversation. It started as a simple back and forth about ourselves and how somehow meandered into an anecdote about losing virginities. Franz evidently lost all three of them. I don't know what the third one is. I was too scared to ask. So then, go for it, Franz.
So then, I decided if it's going to happen at all, then it needs to be before vacation ends and I have to go back to Vienna.
Uh-huh.
So, me and my best friend at the time, we went around our neighborhood, hitting up every boy we knew, and you wouldn't believe what happened.
I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
They all got scared. One boy couldn't even make up his mind, asked for some time to gather up his nerves. I mean, really. Two babes? Who in the right mind wouldn't want to?
A grin and a flutter of their eyebrows demand an answer. Franz seem just imagining the eyebrows. They're just Ace Venturing it. Franz seems to like putting people on the spot. Either I act disgusted or envious of all their childhood friends they propositioned. Either way, they get a laugh at my expense. Only an imbecile. My correct answer gets me a quick chuckle. At least I didn't go so far as saying, "Gee, I wish I knew you back then. We could have had all the fun." Not sure I'd be able to handle the consequences. Wouldn't be able to get rid of Fron. Jeez. So, then what happened?
My friend and I decided to take care of things ourselves.
Oh. Oh. Fron snorts. That was the reaction they were hoping for.
So, what about you?
Well, wait. How long have you been here for again?
Oh, no, you don't. Don't tell me you're still some kissless virgin at this age?
You know, actually using the phrase kissless virgin out loud is just the sort of thing one of those would say.
You're just deflecting. I know the truth.
I don't reward them with a reply, knowing anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of Fron.
Court of Frano.
The conversation changes direction 3 or 4 times as our seemingly aimless stroll progresses, going from mopeds to mobile phones to permanent markers to things that happened when I was drunk and passed out. I look.
The friend's gone wild.
You know, that whole thing got shut down for a good reason. I won't go into it, but
I
yeah,
can
it's
imagine. I
really
don't
nasty.
know. I don't know all the details,
Yeah.
but I don't want it.
I may look like I'm following Fron like a lost puppy, But really, it's the other way around. They found a shiny new thing from outside, and they're going to get their playtime in. They're going to get their playtime in while it's still interesting. I do feel fortunate, though. Making friends can't be easy here, and it wouldn't surprise me if students here tend to avoid making lasting connections. While I'm on a roll, I should try getting to know more people. Someone as energetic as Fran probably gets bored easily. I'm not totally sure I can survive any more of Natalia's puns or Irene's. Uh, whatever you call that. Hey, so how often do they collect homework again?
It depends. I usually just copy down the answers when we review them in class. That was you.
Erik. Erik. There you are. I see Miss Clay is walking up to us, pile of books under her arm. She tries for a congenial smile, but I think a passing expression of concern flits across her face as she recognizes my companion.
Hey, I'll see you later.
You too, Fran. Fran tenses up for a moment, takes in a breath, and relaxes their posture in preparation for having to talk their way out of a situation. I get the feeling they exercise this skill often. Mr. Wilhelm, I'm pleased to see that you made friends so quickly. Given her tone, I'm expecting a but. Thank you. Of course, we're always glad to see you, to see our students adjusting well. But it is important that you understand the unique circumstances many of your peers face. There's something canned about this line, something well rehearsed in its delivery. I'm sorry? Miss Clay sighs, continues on a bit more sincerely. No, I'm the one at fault here. This conversation is something I normally cover prior to the start of the school year. It is easy to forget that some students don't respond well to social pressures. Some don't respond at all. Although we'd like to see these students learn to function in a typical environment, it is not something that you can force on them.
She's saying you need to handle people here with kid gloves.
Miss Clays gives Fran a disapproving glance before turning her eyes back to me. In a sentence, yes. On that subject, Fran, you could afford to educate your peers on this rather. You could afford to educate your peers on this rather than make a spectacle of it. Mr. Kohler had heard of it from your classmates, and he was very disappointed in your behavior. Have you ever heard a Frenchman yell disappointment?
Is it anything like Mr. Sorrow?
Maybe. Fran?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Clays. I assure you, it was entirely out of my control this time.
Is that Mr. Kohler I hear? On the wind? I think he's screaming something.
Disappointed! This is Kevin Sorbo screaming.
So yeah, that for those of you who didn't catch it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss Clays. I assure you, it was entirely out of my control this time. Was what he said. Okay, so Erik, I'm sorry, but I'm not certain I follow. Am I not supposed to be talking to people? Of course not. What I'm saying is to use a little more caution with how you approach people. A few minor observations can go a very long way, and you can always ask your new friends about how best to handle these things. With her arms crossed, her gaze slides back to Fron. Can I trust you with that? Fron's smile is disconcertingly well crafted.
Of course!
Then the grin.
You can just hear it in my voice, too.
Miss Glaze's expression tells me she's no more convinced than I am, but apparently it was as far as she was willing to pursue the topic. In any case, you mean well, so I'm sure you'll find a balance soon enough. With all of that out of the way, there are still a few items left to address. Have you been issued a student ID yet? No? You will need to be photographed then.
I'm sure Irene's already got that covered.
Probably, yeah. Is it mandatory? No. But it is helpful to have some photographic record should something unfortunate happen. Like Fron sacrifice you to their god Apagurgak.
And we just jump forward, and someone gets the ID. It looks like it was taken from a tree. You can see the leaves from around it.
Sure, it's just Fron with a knife.
No, as Irene took it from the tree, she was just like covering up, just hiding. You could see the leaves and sticks of the tree.
You see the person who's taking the picture is just like from the DMV. They're like, oh, it's having problems. Do it again. Oh, that didn't work. Do it again. They just wait until you look like you're absolutely pissed off when they take the picture.
Yeah, you're in mid blink. It looks like you're drunk.
You're either mid blink and drunk, or you're screaming at them. One of the two.
Yeah. The police officer pulls you over, like, I don't know, is this really you? You just scowl, and they're like, there you are.
Yep, that's them. I wonder what that unfortunate something she's talking about is finding me. I wonder if that unfortunate something she's talking about is finding me face down in the Danube, or what they put on wanted posters at the border. Do I go to the front office for that? The school newspaper can take care of you. Room 160. Miss Clace turns her glare towards Fron. Fron, you are still a member of the newspaper club, are you not?
Yes, ma'am. How can I be of service? Do you need a personal ad taken out, Miss Lonely Girl?
Miss Fron, I would have you know that I am not lonely. I have my books. It would be appreciated if you could see to it that Mr. Wilhelm makes his way there safely. And no, I'm not telling you about the first time I was virgin kissed or whatever bullshit you're going to talk about next. Franz snaps their heels together and does a pantomime of a salute with the back of their hands smacking their forehead.
That will be done! Just that teacher has to be like, oh my god, Fred.
No. Like, seriously, if you work with, like, if you worked in a psych board, you would get it. You're just like, okay. And then you just move on.
Okay.
We exit. Yeah. It's just like, okay, well, they're doing that now. Sounds great. I mean, they said yes, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Just remembering one thing. A place I worked, we told someone to go to their room, and like they had security called on them a few times, so they realized that they had to do what we just told them to do, basically. So this guy just looks at us and goes, "Okay, Hitler," and just like lifts his arm out, and, like Nazi salute, and just goose steps all the way back to his room. And we're just like, we just shrug as people start laughing. We're like, okay, well, we're gonna get back to watching this movie now.
That's awesome.
Oh man, those things you see.
Goose steps.
We exit briskly, as though our teacher would give chase. Friend or not, I'm glad I have someone showing me how to get to where I'm going. Everyone else already knows their way around. Being the new guy, I'll be at a disadvantage for a while. So, you're in the school newspaper?
I wear many hats, darling.
Wait. Isn't that it there?
Oh, we're really going there? I suppose if you have to.
The room that the newspaper club uses doesn't look like it's been used for regular lessons. Up against the walls are shelves stocked with tubs of crusty art supplies, posters that have faded to blue over time, and a row of computer terminals. At the center of the room is a cluster of tables littered with notebooks and pencils. The disorganization adds flavor to a school that seems too stately for its own good. A breath of fresh air against the stepward level neatness of the other rooms.
It's not disorganization, darling. It's organized chaos.
Yeah, it's feeding the creativity.
Now you've got it. Oh, you so catch on slowly.
I mean, if I go over here, I mean, look at this wall. It's got like a bunch of pictures and then strings going between them, and it's like that meme, right?
What meme?
Never mind.
I don't know this.
Aside from, it's like the one. It's like the new Hell of a Boss short. It's got like the crazy dude who's like, "Oh, they sell this conspiracy." Anyway, aside from Fran and myself, I see only 3 students here, and they don't look like they want to be disturbed. At one of the computers is whom I assume to be the teacher in charge. She looks to be about my sister's age and smells of strawberries. What? Did he like walk over to her and
He's like, how do you know she smells like strawberries?
Yeah.
Just like
Maybe that's Eric's thing. He like walks up to people and like snorts on them a few times.
sorry,
He's like,
he's just like, sorry, I'm a furry. I need to smell everybody.
He's like,
I'm a
yes.
dog.
Sweat.
Strawberry.
Well, not like actual fresh strawberries, but the artificial flavoring from strawberry candies.
Who wants to do this one?
I don't know. I really don't know what you did here. Are you sure you didn't mess things up? Mess up the settings? A muffled response from somewhere in the room denies responsibility. Well, save your work and try another computer later. I'll get IT to look at it this weekend. The woman shoves the troublesome keyboard away, having decided to make the computer into someone else's problem. Oh, yes. This happened to me very many times when I was teaching.
Someone messing up on purpose?
Oh, like if it was a college classroom, 100%. Or it was like computer lab, oh, you bet. Because usually they didn't completely lock those off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Goodness. Oh, sorry. I was in the middle of something. Can I help you?
Special delivery!
Oh, God, it's you. Oh, you wrote something at last?
Well, no. Writer's block and all. But I do have something just as good. A new student!
Oh, you must be Erik. Am I right? I read your file from Miss Clays's class, right? My legend precedes me, apparently. I'm Hertha Wiek. Then this here is the newspaper and publication club. Are you interested in joining or something? Maybe, but I'm told this is where I can get my photo taken. Of course. We do both ID and yearbook photos. Would you like to do both today? Yearbook too? Figured that I missed the chance to be in this year's edition. Yeah, I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Great. I'll see if Lena can help you out. Ron suddenly checks their phone to see if they have an excuse to leave, and they pretend to have found one.
Well, love, that's my cue to go.
Fron hastily scribbles down a number on a scrap of paper nearby and tosses it to me.
Text me if you need rescue.
Okay. Man, my goodness. All right. I think I have cleared my throat.
Did you just cough it
I
up
have
and
not
lob
cleared
it
my
out the
throat.
window?
I'm giving it my best shot. 1 second.
Ready. Aim.
Maybe
Fire!
maybe I've cleared it out enough. I don't know. There's just like a wad of mucus in the back of my throat right now.
Those are things you just lob like they're artillery shots.
Blah.
Ooh, I see a leaf down there. Oh, pooh.
You see, what I need to do is I need to just like wait until there's somebody on the trail near where I live. I just ow!
You hear splat and it's like, hey!
Like, what the hell?
Look out, it's an errant ranger up.
Also, I think Miss Wace is just like, hold on, Franz. We can't afford another sprite of a random student. Get your ass back here.
Sprite.
It's strange to see Fron take off so abruptly after clinging to me most of the afternoon. Eh.
Do we need to take a break?
I have no idea.
You sound like
How
you're
did they
about to
just hit
start
their-
drowning in your mucus.
I know. It'll just be like Team America, just start vomiting.
Dude, I think that's free right now. Hey, it's like, hey, let's just stick our head out the back of a moving vehicle and just spasm dance our arms. What's he doing? I don't know. Looks like some kind of terrorist dance or something. Get him!
Now that's dedication.
Very good.
It's strange to see Fron take off so abruptly after clinging to me most of the afternoon. Either they just hit their boredom threshold, or something got them spooked. Look around to see if any of the other students are Lena, but Miss Wiek isn't heading over to talk to any of them. Instead, she turns to a desk just behind a line of cabinets and addresses a spindly pair of booted leggings sticking out from under the desk. Lena, we have a new student here. Would you take care of him, please? Lena's legs lay motionless for a moment, pretending to have not heard Miss Wake. They eventually stir to life when it becomes clear that I'm not going away. They then slow. What the fuck?
She
It's this
might
Hannibal
bite.
Lecter shit.
She's one of those biting types.
Her joints pop and crack as she unfolds into a standing position. Lena's arms swing around to stretch in her head, and her head lazily circles around as if to make sure it's attached correctly. She's almost as tall as I am. And pretty skinny. If it weren't for her name, I might have mistaken her for a boy. Looks like she works out as well, based on her tan and broad shoulders. And I wonder what the face covering's about. Maybe it's dusty under that desk.
I don't
She
think that
shakes the
blocks dust.
drowsiness.
I don't
Say
think
again?
that blocks dust, bro.
No, it doesn't. She shakes the drowsiness out of her system and locks her piercing green eyes at me. Hi, I'm Erik. She snorts.
So I've heard.
I just started today. She gives me a quick once-over, assessing my new student status.
Spritz the Drush.
Wow, we only get a do? Jeez. She's not being formal at all. Very direct. Pit? Lena's brows crinkle as she sighs. Well, I thought it was funny. She picks up a folder stuffed with loose paper off the counter and hands it to me.
I want the English ones translated into German and the German ones translated into English and the French ones in the trash.
What? Actually, Eric is here to get his photo taken.
Photos? Wouldn't recommend them. The cameras here will steal your soul. We'll get them fixed, but the warranties are expired.
I would greatly appreciate it if you could help me with that while I sort out the mess in the computers.
Okay. But it will cost you dearly.
Two of us go to Miss Wake's desk, and Lena drags out one of those stands that hold up projector screens. She draws down a bland-looking backdrop of a malted blue and white cloudy pattern. I take my place in front of the background, and Lena shoves me around by the shoulders before screwing a rather beat-up-looking camera into an equally worn-looking tripod.
Okay. First up is your ID card. Say whiskey.
Whiskey!
And now for the yearbook.
Oh, no. You can do better than that. Is there something wrong? Did her... Hold on a second. I just realized how deep the V is on her shirt. I thought it was different because I was looking at their faces instead of anything else. Obviously, no one ever uses that backdrop, and for their good photos, do you really want the most important photos of your life having you look like a square? Well, I don't mind. Miss Wake wrestles an old yearbook out of a tightly packed bookshelf and cracks the stiff, seldom turned pages open to the desk in front of me. Here, most people opt for casual photos.
Actually, most people opt out entirely. I did.
Shush! Your picture is included this year.
Despite my objections and without my consent. My dad is a lawyer, and he'll have your head for this violation of my civil rights.
Your father purchased a yearbook along with the school portraits, and that's what he's going to get. He wants to see how lovely his offspring has become, and last I checked, he was an architect. Indeed, majority of the yearbook photos appear to have been taken at various outdoor locations around the school, with the students out of uniform, with a few leaves in them somehow, inexplicably. We're not really sure.
And from a vertical standpoint or point of view.
Yes, some strange angles. Like this one has someone looking directly at it, but it's over their left shoulder with a terrified expression on their face.
And this person looks like a Jigglypuff, seen from above.
Yes. And this girl is like at a downward angle, but just not too low. Who takes these pictures?
Irina just pokes in, I do, and is out again.
Yeah. She's wearing a ghillie suit. She's like, I gotta get the pictures. A few do pose in front of the backdrop, but they make up for the blandness with some special outfit like an athletic uniform or academic medals. I would have been the plainest photo in the book. See? Now, don't these look better? Flipping along, I find a plain page near the end, with scores of faceless names crammed into sections by year. The print is so small that it's clear that the need for saving printing costs outweighed the desire to have a dozen pages dedicated to students who are unable or unwilling to show up for picture day. So, how about you two go off somewhere nice for Eric's picture? Who knows? You might even find a friend.
Actually, the school pharmacist says I don't need friends on my prescription anymore. It turns out they give me a rash.
Miss Wake dismisses Lena's rebuff of any future association between us and hands her an expensive-looking camera from outside her locked desk. My picture is apparently a special occasion that warrants the use of a good camera, and not one of the heaps off the shelf. Do you think I should change? I would appreciate that. Everyone knows that what the uniform looks like. So, there's no need to remind everybody with every single portrait. Miss Wake turns her attention to Lena. Make sure he puts on something nice, okay?
I'll just meet you in the courtyard in 20.
Sure thing, And she's gone before I can get another word in. This at least gives me an opportunity to size up the situation here, though. Miss Wake? Please, call me Hertha. So, the school newspaper, would you like to know more? Confirmed. She's the progenitor. She's the lead propagandist in, geez, what is that movie called? Not Space Marines.
Starship
has
Troopers?
the Korathi in it. Starship Troopers, yes. Would you like to know more?
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm curious about what kind of activities I could do once we get settled in here. Well, we'd love to have you around, as long as it doesn't interfere with your studies. As far as clubs go, we're pretty flexible. I have to go now. I hadn't noticed that the other students have been gradually leaving the club one by one.
It's your smell, bro.
Okay, Marco, see you around. Miss Wake groans as the last student leaves. If I'm in the way, I could go now. Oh, it's nothing, honest. Just a busy day, relax. I mean, we only had like 5 people come in here who got bitten, so it's not too bad after we got the mask on.
That's why he does. Why Lynn's got a mask on. She's got this proclivity for biting.
I mean, truth be told, if she didn't wear all that sunscreen and she went outside, she'd burst into flame. I mean, give me a moment. I'm just going to lock up and go outside for a breather.
She doesn't really use doors. She usually comes in through windows in bat form.
Yes. When she doesn't, she's wearing that weird black outfit that she likes to wear with a cape and like the weird ears on it.
Keep
She likes
saying
to-
her dad is Dracula or something.
And she keeps like talking like this for some reason I don't really understand.
I don't know how she
Keeps
gets her eyes
asking-
to glow.
Yeah. Keeps asking people who someone works for. I don't know. She's weird. Having nothing else to do right now, I follow Miss Wake outside with the vague idea of asking more about the newspaper club. Excellent. Smoking already. Almost as soon as she's out the door, Miss Wake draws out a sleek little electric cigarette out from her shirt pocket. Oh, this is the stuff. Hope you don't mind if I smoke. If you're using an electronic cigarette like that, does it really count as smoking? Good point. Forget I asked in that case. So, you're thinking of joining the club. Have you ever been on a school newspaper or publishing committee? No. But I had friends who worked on the yearbook at my old school. They seem to have a good time. It's pretty fun. We publish once a month now. So you can work almost at your own pace. We used to do the newspaper every other week, but it didn't always work because of everyone's personal schedules. Do you enjoy writing? I'd be lying if I said it was a hobby of mine, but I usually do pretty well on compositions and essays. If you want to be extra useful, it helps if you can write pretty well in both English and German. Well, I'm sure Lena told you that. Otherwise, take on the assignments you can do and submit them when you can. Do you like photography? Well, my phone has a camera. Funny. Are you good with the computers? I'm not here to fix them, if that's what you're asking. Miss Wake laughs, having just been reminded of the club's technical difficulties. Our publishing software is pretty easy. It's just Adobe Illustrator. Don't worry about it. We'll train you how to use it in about 2 years.
Mhm.
Someone will show you how to use it. Speaking of which, don't you have a photo shoot to attend? Oh, right. Thanks. When does the newspaper club meet? Next meeting is officially the day after tomorrow, or overmorrow as they used to say. There's usually someone here after classes every day. Okay. Might drop by, see if it's for me. Sure. See you then. Maybe. I wave goodbye and head in the direction of my dorm room to get changed. I'm not sure if I'll join the newspaper club. Hell, it didn't seem like its members actually wanted to be there. As for Miss Wake, one moment it looks like Miss Wake can barely manage running the club. The next it seems that a comparatively sloppy casual operation is exactly how she wants it. Not too sure about Lena. I like Fran, but doesn't seem like they want to stick around, even if they are a proper member. They probably just teased Lena too many times, and Lena's Lena. Maybe they have a grudge against Lena. Maybe they used to date. Maybe Lena's their best friend that they came here with. I don't know. I'm stewing under my coat after realizing I was running late and taking the stairs at a run. Or at least as close to a run as I can manage. Fanning my lapels doesn't disperse the cloud of sweat. I tried taking it off altogether, but someone is tugging at my sleeves from behind.
You're all wrinkly.
I don't have an iron. She's still wearing the mask thing over the bottom half of her face. It would seem to be a permanent fixture, as opposed to something she was just using at the newspaper club.
Here's a tip. You can get by without an iron if you put your clothes between your mattress and box spring the night before. Be careful with the collar, though.
Thanks for the tip. Shall we get started? Where should I go?
I'm not sure yet.
I find a stately spot by one of the building's columns and stand by it. How about here?
Do you really want to have a picture next to a pile of crumbling bricks and tiles?
Well, I
Just follow me. The lighting isn't that good here.
feel pretty bad for Lena. She didn't even want to do this, but now she's stuck going up and down campus with me looking for the perfect location for a few photos. I'm not even that passionate about having a good photo either. I would have taken the other one. Didn't even think I would be in the yearbook at all. So, Lena, where are you from?
No.
Where are you?
Oh, good idea, actually. Making small talk keeps your brain occupied and less susceptible to electromagnetic mind control.
That's right. What?
It's better than my idea, at least.
What idea would that be?
That jokes would work better on an awkward silence than asking me about little things.
Right. Okay. But what was that about mind control?
God, I don't know. I was just talking shit, trying to find the right angle.
Oh, schizophrenia. Okay. Her expression becomes a little less severe.
Look, just give me a moment, yeah?
She turns away and continues scoping the grounds, but the atmosphere becomes frosty and awkward. After a minute, she relents.
So, do you have a regular therapist?
I'm going to see Dr. Faber pretty soon.
Oh, yikes.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, only the real messed up kids have Dr. Faber as their therapist, you know. He's a sort of last hope before they ship you off somewhere else.
I'm not sure if Lena is trying to intentionally freak me out or if she's always this blunt. I was always under the impression that I'd only be seeing Dr. Faber a couple of times before being assigned to someone else, or something like that. But for a whole year? Maybe it's because I'm new. I mean, I don't think I'm really worth this constant
Wait, stop.
What?
Right there. Hold still.
It takes me a moment to register in my mind what she's doing. Lena puts down her bag, holds up what looks like a sheet of cardstock with aluminum foil taped on. She shines a beam of sunlight into my face.
Okay, done.
We can move? Can I move now?
Yeah.
Maybe a little warning next time?
People don't look their best when they're too prepared. They're always at least a little phony. I think it looks good.
Jenna crams away her homemade reflector and shoves the screen at the back of, on the back of her camera into my face. I can barely see the screen since Lena's reflector burned holes into my retinas.
Yeah.
I look somewhat less pained than I do in my normal school ID photo. Maybe catching me off guard helped me look natural. Anyway, I doubt we could do better if we try again. It's good enough for me. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, are we done here?
I guess. Are you going to the next meeting?
Am I? I don't know. When is it again?
No clue.
Right. What's it like being in the club anyway? Miss Wake didn't tell me much.
Eartha's like that. I guess it's alright.
What are the other members like?
No stranger than the company you already keep.
I assume she means Fran. Do you have some history of Fran? They ditched me at the club room as soon as they could.
They know not to mess with me. But aside from that, no. Fran used to date one of the members, so they act like they're a full-time member, even though nothing they do gets published.
Oh. So if I join, what kind of stuff would I be doing?
Probably cleaning. It gets messier than you'd think. Does blood make you squeamish?
Only if it's mine.
Great. Are you busy this afternoon?
Should I bring a shovel?
And a measuring stick. We need to make sure it's at least 6 feet down.
Sounds good. Should I bring my hacksaw as well?
Now you're talking.
Hell yeah. You bring the plastic bag, I'll bring everything else. What are we going to do with Fran?
Nothing we can talk about.
The sudden topic change almost knocks me off my feet. I haven't got anything planned? No?
Perfect. Let's get going.
And this is all the goat's blood. As it turns out, Lena would rather have me trained up sooner rather than later.
This is a sacrificial room. Oh, Fran.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Fran's here. Oh, hello. I was just getting it ready.
And this is our cult leader. Hello, Fran. It's like, welcome, welcome. We're getting ready to deal with that one student that wouldn't talk to you. Yes.
Yeah. She just like
Don't worry about them.
She silently struggles.
Don't worry about them. Shing. I'm going to deal with them immediately.
Oh, hello, Kaipa boy.
Screw the rules. I'm Fran. As it turns out, Lynn would rather have me trained up sooner rather than later. The other students in this club must shirk off their work a lot if she's this eager to recruit. Ironically, she pulled me off to Miss Wake the moment she saw Fran back in the club room and left. So, what do you think? After looking through a pile of past newspapers, I'd say it looks doable. An activity here, an informal survey there, the school newspaper looks like a good balance between challenge and enjoyability. Most importantly, it looks like a chance to keep active. Meet people, go into town, maybe travel when the choir goes on competition or something. Maybe if I go and join the outside world, I'll find a place to belong, even if that place is nowhere in particular. Sounds like a nice place I've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
I think I can do this. That's great. Just a reminder that your health and your studies come first. Voiced? Voiced.
Voiced?
If you find yourself overwhelmed, nobody will be offended if you lay off club participation. Well, thanks, Miss Wake. Again, my name is Hertha. Right. As Hertha begins sliding the old newspapers back into their folders, Franz sidles up.
Okay, Hertha. Look, I removed the bit about the naked drum circle, but honestly, I think it added the pizzazz the story needs. It feels so flat without it.
Flat, it may be, but I'm telling you, a nudist drum circle.
Fran's awesome. I like Fran.
She sighs with exasperation at the words. Has never taken place on these grounds. You can't just make things up.
Fine. Boring, but fine. Here you go. Here you are.
Fran hands Hertha a couple of sheets of paper. Hertha glances briefly at the top one before immediately handing them back. Fran, I'm not reading this.
What? What? Why? I even removed the bit about the pyromaniac!
I'm sure you did. But Fran, it's in Comic Sans. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading it. You know the spec. Use the font in the style guide.
Fine.
So for those of you who have never done editorial work, style guides are kind of a big thing. Basically, every part of a publication is going to have its own sort of style to it, and that's all included in the style guide. So if you look at a newspaper, the top of it has a specific style that it's always in, usually in a specific like point size for the text. That's the number, like 16, whatever. People just call it font, but it has a specific, we'll just use the colloquials. It has a specific font size, it has a specific typeface, that type of font, like Times New Roman, if it's italicized or bold. Stuff like don't use the word and, use commas like and. So, and then every single like column and part of a publication has the style that it's supposed to be written. So style guides are uniform, typically. They're predictable, and it's from an earlier time. So like if you think about how newspapers are printed en masse, it makes perfect sense. Because you have a bunch of rollers that basically fit the entire like newspaper's sheet on it, if you will, just circular. And it's dipped into ink and just rolls onto the page. And so like a newspaper page will go through several different rollers essentially to basically print the newspaper really quick. And we're talking on an industrial scale. So you're printing thousands, hundreds of thousands of newspapers, millions of newspapers every day. So it's meant to go super fast. So the style guide is actually super, super, super important. Fran turns away from me Fran turns to me as if to say, "Can you believe this?" Then double takes as they realize who they were looking at.
Oh, Erik! Hello! What are you doing here?
Well, I was looking for the nudist drum circle. I've been here for half an hour. Hertha was helping me get to grips with the newspaper.
You are joining, then?
I'll give it a go. I'll try anything once. I can already see the cogs in Franz's brain turning. No, not like that, Franz.
Everybody is out to spoil my fun today. How'd it go with Elena? She's a card. Huh?
A card? Is one way of putting it. I guess I had better get used to her. I'll be seeing her around here at least.
But not outside of this club room?
We'll see. What's the thing between you and her, by the way?
As I mentioned.
Not really. Beyond that you know not to mess with her.
Ho ho ho! Is that what she said? Well,
Hertha clears her throat. Come on, you two. Let's not have any nasty gossip mongering. We run a nice, clean, gossip-free publication. Franz snorts.
Rubbish. Have you read it?
Hertha merely gives him a disapproving look. Look, I'm sure you've got lots of homework to catch up on, and in any case, it's about time to pack up here. I have a nudist drum circle to go to. We'll see you at the newspaper club again, Erik. Maybe, if you're lucky. See you around, kiddo. And Fran, get that story in Times New Roman tonight, or it's not going in the next edition. I'm a little relieved to have all that school photo business taken care of. My first day of class wasn't unpleasant, but I feel like it's taken forever, and I'm happy to get it over with. Seeing that this was the first day of class, I've got to ask myself, can I survive like this? I have no idea. But it's not like I have any choice. Oh well. Home was a spotty mess of trial and error, and with good ideas built up and bad ones filtered out to get me on my feet. Now that I know how to stand, I can learn how to walk here. Build a routine and pan out a rhythm so I can pan out a rhythm that I can follow till the end of my days. Wake up, go to school, go to club meetings, eat, do homework, go to sleep. Imagine there's going to be some therapy shoehorned in at inopportune moments. But inconvenience is the spice of life. I'm really prepared. Am I really prepared to be another cog in the machine, though? Just a boring gray person working at a desk job I hate? Yeah, right. These are my formative years. I'll be damned if I let myself get imprinted with a whole lot of boring. Fran probably knows how to have a good time. Not so sure Lena, though. If I get this desperate, I could try hanging out with my sisters. But I doubt that'd do wonders for my sex life. Dude, you're like 16. Calm the fuck down.
In most places,
fuck.
you shouldn't be having a sex life yet. Let's relax. You're one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Don't go jumping.
I mean, if you're really that desperate, I'm pretty sure Fran would love to have fun with you. But fuck, calm down, boy. It's gonna be fine.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Chill,
Like
bro.
16. See, this is what happens when I'm left alone, allowed to think to myself. I haven't really had any alone time. Well, with the doctors, family, classes. 5 minutes of me alone with myself, and I start resenting everything. It's almost like I keep walking in circles.
You all keep going in circles.
I have to start finding my friend and getting him to take off that anchor wristband thing that he likes to wear.
Maybe we'll hang out with the pothead. Maybe we'll go out with the perverted outdoorsy guy.
Be that
Maybe.
trainee, that psychologist trainee that I run into every now and again.
Maybe the
I don't remember what her name was, but she really likes short shorts for some reason.
maybe even hang out with the really religious twink.
Ah.
Ooh.
When I get back to my room, I decide to start my homework. Decide to start my homework whenever. Which is sometime between 1730 and the second coming of Jesus. Of Jesus!
Jesus!
For those of you who don't know, 1730 is basically just 5:30.
Yeah, I was just
5:30
thinking that.
p.m. It's unhealthy to let myself get run ragged without having some downtime when I need it. A great philosopher once said,
Great philosopher once said,
there's never enough time to do all the nothing you want. I throw myself into my chair, fire up my laptop, and stare blankly at the startup screen, as though I need booting up as much as the machine does. Who am I again? I know who I was last year, where I belonged. I'm light years away from home, and I see in a strange land filled with strange people doing strange things at strange times. I just want to go back to holding up in my room, goofing off on the computer once in a while. I absentmindedly click around the screen before opening up a web browser. The bookmark menu is full of landmarks of my past life, and I'm pretty sure most of them are dead links now. I don't think I've used this machine much at all in nearly a year. Spending quality time with myself has me testing the school's network bandwidth limits and content filters. Little escapism never hurt anyone. E621 blocked. Damn it. Introspectives can get messy. What's happening in the outside world? A cursory search of Privat Gymnasium, St. Dimna's, drew out a sanitized web page alongside perfectly forgettable social media profile of alumni organizations and online catalogs. I've seen this website before, but I never really took any of the information here. It's nice and polite, like having the world's best bowl of oatmeal for breakfast. Nothing worth getting excited for. There's a small news section that seems to be updated every month with success stories, inspirational quotes, and school news. What the? What
Huh?
the?
What?
Nudist drum? Okay, thanks, Fran. Just under a small goodbye, written for a retiring teacher, is the announcement that catches my attention.
Nudist
Get
drum
ready.
circle to be meeting tonight for the first time.
Led by your resident head musician,
Fran!
Yes, me.
We both say fraud at the same time. Fran, yes. Oh, yeah.
We're going to pound each other's drums all night.
You know, I think what Eric said was kind of wrong. I think the world's best cup of like oatmeal would actually be kind of nice to have because oatmeal is easy to make, but it is pretty, nothing. If you can make the world's best cup of oatmeal, I won't know how to fucking make that.
Indeed.
Gee, it just says I'm bland.
Get ready for this year's Dimpnatag. I click on the included link and find myself on another part of the school website. This page detailing some sort of festival the school holds each year. It's surprising, honestly. I kind of expected the outside world to want nothing to do with, us. But it looks like investors and therapists from other facilities, along with family members, are encouraged to come to this event. I didn't expect that a student body from a school of the impaired would be able to organize a whole gala. Perhaps my sisters would be able to come. I'm not sure the two of them would love to see more. I'm sure the two of them would love to see more of the school. Enough goofing off. Maybe there's something school-related I can do online, like sign up for class mailing lists or register for grade tracking accounts. I should be able to do stuff like that without any assistance, since I signed up for the school email account when I enrolled. Oh yeah, email. Should probably check mine. I switch over to my email and scan down the list. Spam, spam, spam. Oh, I'm related to a I didn't know I was related to this Nigerian prince.
Wow, I'm related to John
Welcome.
Wick. Sweet.
Wow. Welcome to Saint Nimp. I freeze for a moment as I see the sender on the next email. Dr. Faber. I swallow and open it. Mr. Wilhelm, I understand that you are joining our community a touch late in the semester. Please let me extend a warm welcome and an open invitation to drop by the counseling office at any time. Under normal circumstances, we would have had the opportunity to meet for a formal welcome before classes had begun. This meeting allows me to get to know new students and address any concerns they may have. I apologize for missing this opportunity in your case, but I would like to make it up for you as soon as possible. Please stop by my office Wednesday at 15:45 if you are able. I look forward to seeing you, Dr. Faber. Dr. Siegfried Schultz Faber, MBBCH, Chief Counselor, Private Gymnasium, Saint Dimp, etc., etc. I get the point. You know you're an important person when your signature goes on for 6 lines. I sit back and wonder whether I'm supposed to click the reply button. I'm sure to expect me, unless I outright tell him not to. And I get the distinct impression that turning down this little offer of his will be more trouble than the alternative. The last thing I need is to add antisocial to problems with authority to my extensive dossier. Ugh. I tap out a quick, sure thing, back to Mr. Faber in response, just in case he needs confirmation from me. After a moment's thought, I add, I appreciate your consideration, and hit send. It's always tough figuring out how formal to be with psychiatrists. Closing the laptop, I reviewed the days of it. What the fuck was that? Hello! He's instantly at his door.
Oh. I saw you reply
I
immediately. You came over. Hi!
I saw your email response and decided to teleport over here and say hello, young man.
Yes, I came from the starship Freud. Get it, psychologist?
Mm-hmm. By the way, everyone, if you have a psychiatrist, they have seen everything and they've heard almost everything. You're not going to surprise them. You can be as formal or informal as you want. Seriously, psychiatrists are medical doctors. They have seen, they're kind of like nurses. They've seen everything, usually. And they had to do time working in a hospital most of the time. And they have seen some shit if they worked in a hospital. So, literally, if you go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a therapist, just, I know it's scary and it's hard, but you can literally just talk to them like they're people. And trust me, your therapist, your psychologist, your psychiatrist, your what have you, is not sitting there looking at every single word and every single little inflection of how you said something and trying to find out, wow, how fucked up is this person? Yes, oh, ooh, that's bad. They said can as can. Ooh, they really fucked up. No, they're not doing that. They're looking at like the big strokes. They're looking at sort of how you're working, and they're trying to get a baseline for what's going on and like how you act, so that they can then follow through with that to try and see patterns, detect these things, and help to give you the skills you need. They're not big scary people. They're kind of just like friendly teachers who are helping you do stuff. That's honestly what it is. So you don't need to worry about formality with psychiatrists, therapists, clinical psychologists, any of that. You walk in, you're like, "Sup, bruh?" They'll just be like, "Sup, bruh? How's it going? Have a seat. Tell me about your childhood." Closing the laptop, I review the day's events. Wasn't too bad, I have to say. Sure, the students are weird, but they aren't crazy. Well, most of them are crazy. The other ones I've met of the ones I've met so far. And no one is strapping me to a table yet. I mean, there was Fran, Jesus Christ. Walk out of a cafeteria and he starts telling me about his sex. Fuck. All the things considered, I'd say I'm cautiously optimistic. My thoughts are interrupted by my phone on the desk, the default ringtone I hadn't bothered to change. I look at the number displayed almost as an afterthought as I reach for it. My hand stops. Gustav. A second ring jolts me from my stunned stupor. I grab my phone and my thumb hovering over the cheerful green accept graphic, which now dominates my vision. I haven't talked to him since the incident. My leg pulses with my heartbeats, as though I had needed reminding of our last meeting. Why is he calling now? What time zone is he in? But he heard about my new accommodations. He's probably trying to be encouraging. Great guy that he is. Third ring. My window is narrowing, and I'm now closer to a decision than when this started. Not ready for this. It's too sudden, damn it. Trying to be a better person, sure. Day one. And you're already going to spring this on me out of nowhere? Fourth ring. Last chance. It's just a stupid phone call, not an inquisition. I shouldn't be like this. I should just pick up the phone and say, "Hi." What? Hi? I can't act like everything's fine. Look where I am, damn it. The phone finally goes dark. I release a breath I didn't realize I was holding, dropping the phone like a hot coal while my voicemail lies to Gustav about my availability. Please, God, don't leave a message. This is already bad enough without some Schrodinger's cat's familial guilt taking up residence in my inbox. After a few minutes pass in heavy silence, there's no new notifications. Starting the year off right, aren't we, Erik?
I guess that's the next day, huh?
It is.
Should
Do
we?
you want to keep going, or do you want to call it for tonight?
Oh man, it's like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours now, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's call it here, because I think this is pretty good. I'm kind of getting tired myself.
Yeah, a little bit as well.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.